You guys could comment once you join the live. We'll wait a couple minutes before we get started. Good morning, Tina. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hi, Darren. How are you? My hands are freezing, so I'm trying to hold it on my coffee cup to thaw them before we get started. Tina, where are you guys located? Darren, where are you located at? Are you in the United States? Good morning, Corinne. Hi, Terry. How are you? Hi, Beth. Kentucky. Okay. Hi, your Empress everything. Hi, Regina. Georgia. Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to wait a couple minutes before we get started. Scotland. Okay. Is it nighttime there? I don't even know what the time difference is. I'm in the Midwest, so it's like early morning. It's 10:30 here, Central Time. Terry, New York. Okay. Hi, Terry. How are you? Hi, Renata. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live. Nashville. Oh, I've never been to Nashville. I always wanted to go there. Maybe one day I'll put that on my bucket list. Hi, Jill from Australia. Is it true, Jill, that in Australia that the raccoons are not raccoons, the kangaroos are everywhere? I used to think they were cute, and then somebody showed me a video showing how violent they are. Kind of makes me scared. Yes, it's fabulous. Oh, good. Nice. Hi, Deanna. How are you? I only have 1 hour, so I will try to do the all signs in 30 minutes, and then we'll do the ask a question and an answer for the last 30 minutes. Hello, Amanda. We'll get started here in just 1 minute. We'll give it 1 more minute for some others to get in. Hi, Saida. Hopefully I said that right. From Pakistan. Hi, Shirley from California. Yes, they're not real violent. Oh, they're not? Okay. I seen a video, like it showed that they were really, really violent, and it made me kind of scared. I'm like, I used to think they were so cute. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Nikki. Hope you guys are having a good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're at. Hi, Jan from Massachusetts. It's cold where I'm at. It's like 20 degrees. We got snow yesterday, and it's snowing a little bit right now. I don't like the snow at all. I want to live where there's no snow ever. That would be great. They're gorgeous. Are they really? Okay, that's cool. But they're friendly, Jill? Thank you, Janetta. I'm getting more used to going live. I'm trying to do it consistently. So I will be going live Monday through Friday during the week. The weekends are a lot harder with the kids and stuff like that. So nobody's home right now. So I figured I'd go on live today since everybody's gone right now. Arkansas, super cold, but no snow yet. Possible tomorrow. Okay. You can have all the snow. I don't want it here at all. I do not like, and I was born and raised in the Midwest, so I should be used to snow, but I don't like it at all. I want to live in tank top and shorts year round if I could. That would be amazing. I'm drinking my coffee, trying to hold my cup to try to thaw my fingers because my hands are so cold trying to shuffle cards. Hi, Patty. So we're going to do the all signs. We're just going to see what the energy is around you at this time. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Keep in mind, energy can shift and change based on what you do, based on what other parties around you do. Everybody has free will, okay? We're going to get started with the energy around each zodiac sign. When we're done, I'm in the Midwest, Shirley. When we're done, then we will do the bonus ask a question, get an answer. So stick around to the end. I won't do in-depth readings, but I will do short answers. I only have until 11:30 Central Standard Time, so we'll go up until that point, okay? All right, let's get started with Aries first. I am going to flip the chat off for me. You guys can chat amongst yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and use the ticker for the zodiac sign. So if you come in afterwards, after the live, I will put the timestamps down below for those that come in after. All right, Aries, let's see what's the energy around you at this time. What's the energy around Aries at this time? Aries, somebody feels like you disrespected them. They feel like you created a situation where they're trying to use their intuition on what they want to do with you. Okay, this person could have a pet turtle, or you could have a pet turtle, Aries. What is this situation with Aries? There's some conflict here. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups and we've got the Devil coming out. You could be dealing with a water sign or a Capricorn. This person does love you, but they feel like you're doing what you want to make you happy and you're not doing anything to make them happy. Why do they feel this? Okay, so they feel like you just don't acknowledge them. You don't recognize them. So what do they want to do about it? They're using their intuitions. They may be pulling back a little bit. What are they going to do about this? Seven of Wands. They are going to let their guard down. And they're going to come out of introspection. So if somebody you've noticed recently has pulled back from you, Aries, I do see that they are going to let their guard down and they are going to speak up. They're going to tell you that they feel defeated, that their intuition's been telling them that they should maybe pull back when it comes to the two of you. Yeah, they may even say, you know what? I don't know if that we have a future together with that Three of Wands in reverse. That's what's being hidden. All right. Well, this conflict is something that your person is thinking heavily about. So let's get you some advice. What is the advice for Aries that might be dealing with this energy around them right now? This came out and I wasn't even done shuffling. It says, embrace what is. It says, the recent disappointment may leave you feeling helpless, but remember, this is just one closed door. You are being guided towards another door that will soon open, leading you to a path that's better suited for you. So you're being asked to embrace what is, going with the flow, not resisting it. Okay, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, what is the energy around those with Taurus placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Taurus placements. You could be single right now, Taurus. Spirit is asking you to figure out what your life path is. You've been kind of hee-hawing about something. You have a lot more ambition than what you are giving yourself credit for. You may be hanging around with the wrong friends or the wrong crowd. You're needing to realize that something you're passionate about, you are right. You do need to go all in on it. Look at that. The Four of Pentacles. You're holding back on some type of idea. Maybe you told a friend or a family member and they kind of poo-pooed the idea. This is your sign that your intuition's guiding you. You need to get moving on it. So if you want to start a new hobby, maybe you wanted to write a book, there's something that your intuition's guiding you that you are passionate about, but you've been influenced by those around you not to do it. And Spirit is saying, let them go, let their opinions go, and go all in. Okay, yeah, look at that. The Temperance. It may take a little bit of time and patience, but you can definitely make success with that. You are powerful. All right, well, let's get you a card of advice outside of that. What is the advice for Taurus at this time? What's the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Taurus placements? Patience. It says, the universe's timeline doesn't always align with our desires, but it weaves the future in its own way. The delays you're experiencing are preparing for the miracles you're waiting for. Forcing things won't speed up the process. Instead, it may cause you to miss the miracles that are meant for you. All right, let's move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. What is the energy around Gemini? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Gemini? You're a lot closer to something than what you realize. There's something you've been thinking a lot about. There's a lot of deep introspection. You need to release something emotionally. You maybe have been wanting happiness, but there's something that you're holding on to that is not allowing you to have the full happiness. You could be obsessively holding on to something that you need to release. What is this for Gemini? What's this energy around Gemini placement? Your intuition's been guiding you. There's something secretly that you're holding on to, but you need to let that go. Yeah, the Judgment. Once you make that decision, I do see that things are going to work in your favor. You may have a lot more choices and decision. This could be a person. This could be a belief. This could be a pattern. But your intuition's been telling you, you have more doors that want to open. You have a lot more choices than what you want to give yourself credit for. Yeah, look at that. The Ten of Swords is hidden at the bottom of the deck. You feel a heaviness that you're holding on to something emotionally. You don't have to hold on to that. Okay. Well, let's get you some advice, Gemini. What is going to be the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Gemini placement? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear, Gemini? Cunning. You're being called to disguise yourself skillfully, like a fox hiding its true intentions in plain sight. The fox's cunning lie in its soft exterior while plotting in the shadows. Use careful tactics to keep your actions unnoticed. So this might be something where this emotional release may be attached to somebody that you may have to step back in secrecy. Okay. All right, Cancer. All right, what is the energy around Cancer placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear that's going to serve their highest good? Somebody doesn't want to lose you and they have some regrets over choices and decisions that they've made, Cancer. This is somebody, they're embarrassed to apologize, but they feel an emotional pull back towards you. All right, who is this person that wants to reach out to Cancer, that has an emotional pull back to Cancer placements? Who is this person? Okay, this could be a Scorpio. This is somebody that you've had a recent ending with. They are embarrassed after this ending. They want to apologize. They feel the pull. They are going to reach out to you. Sometime in the next 8 to 10 days, you're going to hear back from this person. What is their intentions with Cancer placements? They're going to give you a peace offering of an apology. They're coming in really quickly with this apology because they see you make them happy. All right, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands. This could be somebody that you're wanting to build a future with. So if you've been waiting for a Scorpio to come back, yeah, Scorpio, heavy Scorpio placement. Could be a fire sign too, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I do see that they are coming back towards you. They're embarrassed to apologize, but they feel an emotional pull that they need to do this. All right, well, let's get you a card of advice, Cancer. What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for those with Cancer placement? What do they need to know? Patience. I think Taurus had this for advice too. The universe's timeline doesn't always align with our desires, but it weaves the future in its own way. The delays you're experiencing are preparing for the miracles that you're waiting for. Forcing things won't speed up the process. Instead, it may cause you to miss the miracles meant for you. So you don't go towards this person, allow them to come towards you. That's where divine timing is at play. All right, Leo. All right, Leo. What is the energy around Leo placements? What is it they need to know? What do they need to hear? Leo, if you're single, there is somebody who wants to reunite with you. I'm hearing that song, Reunited, and it feels so good. This is somebody who's wounded. They're afraid you're going to meet somebody else. This is somebody who has been silent, but they've been projecting the silence. Okay, what does that mean? They're wounded. They've been projecting. Maybe they didn't want to take accountability. They're afraid you're going to meet somebody new, so they want to come back. Who is this person? King of Wands could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Magician, there it is. They're trying to create magic here. And the King of Swords, they feel like there's competition. They could see you as confident, somebody who knows exactly who you are. They know your value and your worth. They could be a King of Swords. They could be somebody who's been very critical, but they are concerned you're going to meet somebody else. I do see the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You may have a child with this person, or this person is ready to come in to give you an apology. They're going to ask for forgiveness because they do fear with this internal wound. This could be a childhood wound. They're fearing that you're going to meet somebody else. Okay, what do they want with Leo? We see the Magician. What do they want? The Wheel of Fortune. They want to move forward with you. They want this to come back into alignment. It could be after a painful ending, that 10 of Wands. This person may feel a sense of defeat if they don't come back towards you. All right. What is the advice for Leo? When it comes to this situation, the energy around Leo placement, what is the best piece of advice for Leo? Defend your ground. It says, you know that some beliefs are worth fighting for, but you've chosen to retreat to avoid conflict. Set clear boundaries and stand to defend your values with a firm voice, because if you don't protect them, no one else will. So there's something about you standing your ground when it comes to the situation and what you truly desire at the end of the day. All right. Let's move on to Virgo. All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo. What is the energy around Virgo placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? You need to make it a priority to grow, Virgo. There's something about you have growth potential. You keep denying yourself this potential. And it may take you making the choice and decision to risk something. Okay. You have a choice and decision that you feel like you don't have. Okay. Maybe you've not been making good choices and decisions, but you are being asked to, I'm seeing 911. So you're being asked to confront something urgently. 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups. If you want happiness, you may have to risk it all to have happiness. 5 of Pentacles. You could be seeing a lot of 5s. 5, 10, 5. And 5 and 5 is 10 plus 10. So you could be seeing 10, 10. There's something about, you may regret a lot of choices you've made. Maybe you feel at a loss. You feel abandoned in your situation. But you can have happiness. You have to step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, there's something about you have a sense of uncertainty about stepping out of this comfort zone. You may have a codependency on a person, place, belief, or system that you may have to risk letting go and realize you have other choices around you to find happiness. Okay, well, let's get a card of advice for Virgo. All right, what is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for those with Virgo placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What's going to be the best piece of advice for Virgo? Be real. I'm hearing be real, be you. It says, enough, no more hiding yourself. Loudly voice your inner thoughts. Uphold your truth. When you speak up, you're going to enter a higher vibrational level. Okay, Libra. All right, Libra, what is the energy surrounding Libra placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear at this time? Libra placements. I'm hearing that song, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? I don't know who sings that. All right. Well, parting ways with you has been way too much for this person. They want to reveal that they still want to love you. They're talking to people around them, telling them they're ready to reveal how they feel about you. Who is this person for Libra? Who is this person for Libra? Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person, there it is. Will you still love me tomorrow? The lovers. They see you as their one true love. They want to make the choice and decision because they have unconditional love for you and the situation. We do have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So something happened where the two of you did break apart. They could have felt like parting ways was the best choice and decision. And now they realize that's not what they want. So they could be coming in with clear communication with you to let you know that they do love you, that they do want this, that they want to reveal how they feel about you and the situation. When is this going to be? It could be sometime in the next 5 to 7 days or 5 to 7 weeks for some of you. All right, well, let's get a card of advice for Libra. What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Libra placement? What do they need to know? What's their advice in this situation? Listen. I'm hearing that song by Roxette. Listen to your heart. It says your heart is speaking to you, directing you to accomplish something or voice your thoughts. It's time to listen to this wisdom and respond to your inner calling with action. Okay. Scorpio, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. All right, Scorpio, what is the energy around Scorpio placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? I'm hearing lurking in the shadows, Scorpio. Somebody's lurking in the shadows. What is this energy? Somebody has completed a lesson that they said that you and them were, maybe they were telling people you were not their type, but they're realizing that that's not true. Now they want to have a new experience with you. All right, who is this person? This is somebody who maybe ghosted you or went no contact. They're lurking in the shadows. You may even be seeing them lurking on your social media at this time, Scorpio. Who is this person? Two of Swords, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They want to have a passionate new beginning with you. They don't want to miss out on another opportunity. Why did they go away? You know, this person pulled back. Maybe you wanted commitment. They didn't want commitment. They needed to learn a lesson about potentially losing an opportunity before realizing that it was a great opportunity. Yeah, they might have been a little bit defensive too. All right. Well, they could be an air sign, could be a fire sign, could even have a little bit of earth in their chart. All right. What is the advice for Scorpio? What's the best piece of advice? What is the guidance for Scorpio placement? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear, Scorpio? What's the advice? Final resolution. It says, the challenge you're facing will be resolved through cooperation with others, though the result may not be exactly what you hoped for. Working together and starting fresh brings relief. So maybe you were seeking resolution with this person. It looks like you're going to get it, but I see a handshake. So it may not be where you feel the same way when this person comes back. They may want another chance with you, but you may not want another chance with them after you have a conversation with them. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. All right, what is the energy around Sagittarius placements? You've been going back and forth, wondering if somebody has moved on from you. They have not moved on, if you are wondering about that. Sagittarius. What's the energy around Sagittarius that they need to know? Somebody you had an intimate relationship with, you're wondering if you're going to be able to get another chance with this person. I see they're saying no more chances. This divine feminine, doesn't have to be a female, but somebody in their divine feminine does not want an intimate only relationship with you. Okay, there could be another Sagittarius. This person was patiently waiting for you to give them an emotional connection or to connect with them outside of the physical relationship. That didn't happen, and now they're hurt and disappointed. So I see there's no more chances. Yeah, it looks like this person has done some introspection. They've come out of introspection, and they're saying, nope, I'm sorry, no more chances. We're not doing this no more. All right. Well, let's get some advice for Sagittarius. What's the best piece of advice? What's the guidance for Sagittarius placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear at this time? Sagittarius. Redirection. It says, you're being called to skillfully direct others' attentions, not to manipulate, but to achieve goals in reality. With precise words and logic, focus attention towards positions that benefit you. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. What is the energy around Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? What do they need to hear? Do you feel a little bit depressed because someone has disrespected you recently? Are you feeling a sense of pullback because of that? It looks like you're gaining clarity that this person you were patiently waiting for is not feeling motivated to come back and reconnect with you. Okay. Why is this person in Capricorn's energy? You're gaining the clarity about the situation. Why is this? It's just not going to work. This could be a workplace situation where you were trying to work something out with a coworker. It could even be a situation where you were wanting things to work with this person romantically, and it's just not. I see this person is dropping the situation, and you're being asked to go towards something new, something more passionate. Yeah, you you may not feel hopeful and optimistic, but Spirit is saying if you pour into yourself, you can actually heal from the situation. I think your intuition has told you clearly, you know that you need to be motivated to move in a different direction. It doesn't look like it's going to work with this person. Could be an Aquarius, fire sign, earth sign. All right, let's get a card of advice for Capricorn. All right, what is the advice? What is the guidance for Capricorn placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear for their guidance? What's the advice and guidance for Capricorn? Defend your ground. It says, you know that some beliefs are worth fighting for, but you've chosen to retreat to avoid conflict. Set clear boundaries and stand up to defend your values with a firm voice, because if you don't protect them, no one else will. Okay. Aquarius. What is the energy around Aquarius at this time? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Somebody you were passionate about gave you the cold shoulder. It looks like this person did some introspection and realized there was a lot of differences between the two of you. What's this energy around Aquarius? This person maybe even told you a bunch of lies. You're a little bit paranoid trying to figure out why this person went silent. You maybe feel like you want to rush in. You want to change the situation because you want answers. Spirit is saying you have to admit to yourself what you already know intuitively, that there is a difference between the two of you. You're supposed to go in a different direction and have a new beginning. This separation is something you're not meant to bring back. So if you're thinking, oh, you know what, maybe I should just reconnect and I should rush in and try to get answers, you're not. You're not supposed to be paranoid about this. Allow this separation and divide and this change to happen. Okay. What is the advice for Aquarius outside of this energy? Why are they getting this? What is their advice? You're supposed to have a new beginning elsewhere. What is the advice? What's the advice? Let go. Okay, it says you're clinging to old hurts and grievances. They're eroding your happiness. Let them go, or you'll never truly live in the moment. Release the shadows in your heart and embrace freedom and lightness. All right, Pisces. All right, Pisces. What is the energy around those with Pisces placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Somebody ran away from you, Pisces, because they have issues. Pisces placement. What's this energy? This person's very deceptive. You feel conflicted because you thought this person was like a blessing in disguise. They maybe talked about spending long term with you. Spirit is saying this person was very deceptive. They would smile in your face and they maybe were talking about you behind your back. You feel conflicted because you thought this person was a blessing. Yeah, you need to recover from the hurt and disappointment with the situation. It was very one-sided. Maybe you were disconnected from what your intuition was telling you. You need to pour into yourself. You need to regain balance back into what you're focusing on. There might be a passion project or something that you feel really excited about that you need to pursue. Spirit is saying do that. Don't feel conflicted about this person and the long term with this person. Why did this person lie? I'm just curious. Why did this person lie to Pisces? Because they liked how you made them happy. Maybe you poured a lot into them. Maybe you gave them a lot of compliments. You made them feel really good. They enjoyed that you made them feel happy, but they lied to make you feel happy. Oh, that's not nice. Okay, you could be dealing with a Leo, Aquarius, Earth sign, or water sign. Let's get you some advice, Pisces. What is the best piece of advice for Pisces dealing in this situation? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear that's going to serve their highest good, Pisces? What's going to be the advice? Step boldly. It says, staying in your comfort zone is limiting your options. Take the leap, and the world's complexity and diversity will bring you more unexpected rewards and surprises. So you're being asked to step boldly, maybe into the unknown, step boldly into your power of owning who you are and really feeling good about yourself and stepping into the unknown, taking a leap of faith, maybe doing something different or having different experiences. Okay, That's all I got for the energy around all signs. Let's do ask a question, get an answer. I only have 29 more minutes and 28 now. And then I have to go. So I'm going to flip over to the chat. You guys can put your questions into the chat and we will go from there. All right. Let me get a different deck. Hold on a second here. All right. Ask a question, get an answer. Pam, Larry and I cycle wasn't ending. Why was it not ending? Your intuition knew that there was some type of secret here. He's missing out on the opportunity. He does it. He knows that he's missing out on the opportunity, but he's got too much fears and anxiety when it comes to the situation. Okay, Jay. Hold on, I lost your question. Let me go back up. Jay, will we reunite? No, I see him or her coming back. The problem is they're coming back in deceptive energy. So even if they do reunite with you, they're not coming with the truth. Is Thomas really in love with me, Renee? Is Thomas really in love with Renee? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Annette, will Kyle reach out today? Annette, will Kyle reach out today? Yes. It may not be till later. Deanna, will I ever find love? I do. I see the lovers. You will find love. It's taken a little bit of time, but there's something about your money, your finances, and stability you need to focus on right now. Cynthia, will I meet somebody new? You know, there is something about you're not clear with the universe about wanting something new. So if you want something new, you need to put into action about putting yourself out there, being recognized by the universe and by maybe even energetically. When you go out in public, maybe you're closed off or you're not putting yourself out there. I do see with the Six of Wands, you need to be recognized for being available to pursue, and then you'll meet somebody new. Terry, will my husband wake up before it's too late? Will Terry's husband wake up before it's too late? Yes, I do see that confidence will rise. There's something that needs to be healed between the two of you. It has something to do with him not feeling comfortable with his feelings and emotions with the situation. There could be something obsessive that the two of you need to overcome. It could be a toxic pattern. It could be a vice. But once that's overcome, I do see that will happen. Bay, is he going to get his karma? Yeah, there's a lot of unresolved issues I see here. Crystal, will me and my ex get back together or should I walk away? Crystal and her ex. I never tell anyone to wait on anyone, Crystal, but I will tell you that your ex is in deceptive energy, so you probably don't want them back right now. Don't lie to yourself waiting on them. You need to focus on getting your Empress energy upright. You're in reverse right now, so you're not really nurturing or taking care of yourself. You need to really focus on loving yourself right now. Okay, T is, hi, is Kinji coming back to me? Is Kinji, hopefully I said that right. Is Kinji coming back? Did he ghost you? He's very deceptive. No. He's afraid what he's going to have to say to you is going to be a lie. You're going to see through the lie. Wayne, will my girlfriend Colleen reconcile? Will Wayne and Colleen reconcile? Wayne and Colleen reconcile. Yes, I do see with the Empress. Yes. Megan, will there be a confession? Megan, will there be a confession? Yeah, it's going to surprise you when it does come in. You're welcome, Pam. Thank you for joining the live. Amanda, can you see if Ty and I will reunite? Amanda, will Ty and Amanda reunite? No, I see it's over. Oh, thank you for putting that, Noel. I'm glad that helped you. All right, Brock, Leo man, Capricorn woman, not sure about it. And she literally texted me while writing this. Okay, you manifested that text, huh? Let's see, Brock with Capricorn woman. You know, she likes spending more time alone. So she may hold back quite a bit. You may find that she's not as open as you are. She may be somebody who just likes to spend more time by herself. I see with that Hermit, she may have a Virgo in her chart. So she is somebody who prefers to be alone. Okay. Tina, will I find a new job this month? Will Tina find a new job this month? Will Tina find a new job this month? You're confused about what you want. I want you to follow your passion. When you get a intuitive hit of, oh, I need to apply here, or I should go here and talk to this manager or the owner of this business, I want you to follow that. If you do, I see in the next 2 weeks to 2 months, you will get a new opportunity. But there's something you've been denying yourself. You may be psyching yourself out, saying there's too much competition, or I'll never get that. Your intuition's been trying to guide you about something that you should be going towards that you haven't. If you do, then you'll be guided to walk into that opportunity. Hi, Gina. Okay, Pisces here. My Cap and Sag left me, and I'm struggling. I'm sorry. And the cards were spot on. I don't know how to recover, but I'm trying. Okay, what's the advice for Gina? What does she need to know about recovery in the situation? What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance? You need to learn the lesson of what you need to recover from. What is this lesson? When people make you feel a sense of uncertainty, that is your time to pull your energy back, not go towards, because you want to be able to attract, you want to be able to have that magnetic pull of people coming towards you. When you're chasing and pursuing, then you don't learn the lesson of your value and your worth. Yeah. You also need to be a little more patient. If you're going too fast, too quickly on something, it's not helping you. There's something about you need to patiently pour into yourself and realize that value and worth. Anytime someone's uncertain with you is your time to pull back and go within. Hopefully that helps you, Gina. Jennifer, am I on the right track with my person? Okay, is Jennifer on the right track with her person? Jennifer, is she on the right track with her person? Your person is lost. The Two of Swords. There's a lot of unresolved issues with this person. It could be between the two of you. I don't see that right now there's a future with the two of you because of a lot of unresolved issues and a sense of uncertainty. New level. Was not, I don't understand that. You have to put it down there. You have to rewrite it. I'm not sure what that means. Bae, will I find love soon? Will Bae find love soon? Sorry if I'm squinting. The window is so bright and my eyes are very sensitive. Sorry. Bae, will I find love soon? Yeah, you need to invest in putting the efforts into loving yourself right now. If you make that decision, I do see if you put the investment out there, you may have two options that could come towards you, meaning you have to put the effort into yourself. But I do see that you could find more than two options if you want. Is it Melinda? Hopefully I said that right. Am I going to get a leadership role soon, Melinda? Is she going to get a leadership role soon? Somebody else is in line to get it before you, and you're not going to be certain why this person gets it before you. This person has been holding back that they potentially maybe said something to either a boss or somebody in a superior that they want a future with the company. Yeah, and that's how they're manifesting this. So I don't see that you're getting it. Somebody else is getting it. It might be somebody that started after you or doesn't have as much seniority. It's because they put themselves in that position to get the leadership role. So you may feel like they cut the line, but they actually put themselves ahead of you because it's maybe speaking up. You, Bae, love me? I'm not sure what that means. You have to re-put your question if I don't understand. Was he seeing someone else new level? Was he seeing someone else? 11:11 on the clock. 11:11. Is he seeing someone else? No, but he's got his eyes on somebody. He's not seeing him, but he's got his eyes on somebody else. Carmina, does Rob know how much he hurt me? Does Rob know how much he hurt Carmina? Yes, he does. He's got cold feet. He is not certain how to make this work between the two of you. You could have a child together, or he could be just acting immature. He knows he owes you an apology, so he does know he hurt you. Shelly, will my ex come back? Will Shelly's ex come back? Will Shelly's ex come back? No, your ex isn't certain if he or she wants to return. There hasn't been a decision on that. Steven or Stefan, sorry if I said that wrong. What's in store for my current love situation? Steven or Stefan, what's in store for your current love situation? There's a lot of competition. Somebody's juggling you. If you're talking to somebody, this person has other people that they're not telling you. The other person that they're talking to is somebody that they're in love with. You're not going to be happy when you find out. There's a lot of people here. There is an air sign from your past that you may want to take another look at. That person is somebody that you may actually have love for, that you may find is a little bit more of a practical person that you could date. There's somebody from your past that there's something still lingering there between the two of you. This could be somebody like way back when. Megan, will there be a confession? Megan, will there be a confession? Megan, will there be a confession? Yes, I do see there will be a confession. Yes, I do see there will be. You're welcome. Felicia, is Matthew coming back to me? Felicia, is Matthew coming back to Felicia? Yes. He's holding back right now, but I see him working on finances. I see communication will come in really soon from him. New level, will he tell me why he broke up with me? Will he tell New level why he broke up with her? No, I don't see that he's going to invest in giving you clear communication as to why. Cindy, is Daryl truly a good man? Is Daryl a good man? You may lose a lot of hope and optimism. I don't see a future with the two of you. He's got a lot of pressure, a lot of burden, a lot of responsibilities. He's not in a place to be in a relationship. You may find that. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Let's see. Michelle. Do you see any love coming for me in December? Is love coming towards Michelle in December? Michelle. I see there's a lot of options, but your confidence has been tanked at some point. I think you need to rebuild your confidence. Once you do, I see a soulmate plus a lot of other options trying to come in. So if you don't feel confident, I want you to focus on your positive. Maybe you need to do some mirror work and tell yourself in the mirror, talk to yourself really positive and do daily affirmations to harness the focus of positive. If you're starting to say, oh, there's nobody out there, I'm never going to find somebody, that's going to be negative. That's what you're going to manifest. But if you focus on the positive, I do see a soulmate wants to come through. Brock, keep trying or let it go. What's the advice? I don't ever tell people whether they should stay or go. You have free will, but let me give you some advice. There's a lot of other options out here. You're sacrificing a lot of time by being stubborn, by not seeing the truth of the situation, Brock. I do see that you fear that you may miss out on an opportunity with this person if you don't hold on. I see you can manifest whatever you want and desire, but you're closing off options, and potentially there might be a different option here in the future because you're closing out those options. You may not get that option. So you have to use your intuition. If I were to ask you right now, Brock, should you stay or go? Instantly, what would you say? That is your answer for yourself. Good luck. Let's see. Debbie, is my husband of 26 coming home? Is Debbie's husband of 20, I'm assuming 26 years, is he going to come home? One more shuffle. Is he going to come home? He feels hurt and disappointed. He's not certain if he wants to return. He doesn't want to really do the work in order to make this work. Why does he not want to do the work? He feels like there's a disruption in his happiness and peace within this relationship. And he's making the choice and the decision to keep clear boundaries still in place. So if you're in separation, it looks like he's going to maintain separation for right now. Let's see, Corinne. How does Jeremiah feel about me, and will we end up together and win? Corinne and Jeremiah. 13 more minutes, you guys. Put your questions down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can before I get off. I thank you for joining the live. I don't see this working. I see he's curious about you, but I see the Four of Wands. There's a lot of instability or security about this coming together for the long term. Let's see. Carmina, is Rob happy now? No, there's a lot of unresolved issues. He's not happy. Diane, will I meet my soulmate? Will Diane meet her soulmate? One more. Yes, I see there's going to be an opportunity that's going to come in really quickly. And this person already knows you. This is somebody who is already in your energy, or they're in your area. So yes, I do see you will. Hi, Lynn. Let's see. Cindy, is CC Daryl my divine masculine? Cindy, is CC Daryl your divine masculine? Yeah, the Emperor for sure. Yes, I think you already know that. TT, will my ex come back? I was born November. He was born March. Will he contact me? There's no contact. Will TT's ex come back? TT's ex come back. Yes, I see with the Queen of Cups for sure. You're welcome, Gina. Hi, Fernando. Okay, Gina, I'm so stuck. Can you tell me definitely when I'm better off? Can you tell me definitively that I'm better off without him? Do I sabotage this, or did he really deceive me, as the card said? He wasn't being honest. He made the decision not to be honest with you. You're still stuck? What's the advice? You need to clear the air. Even if this means not getting closure directly with him, the communication maybe needs to come from within your higher self. Maybe you need to write a closure letter of everything that you feel, and instead of actually mailing the letter or sending the text or the email, burn it, throw it away, rip it up, but get it up and out and allow yourself to be free of this energy that you're feeling caught up in your head, because you're feeling stuck because there's a lack of closure here. And it could be that he maybe with no contact, maybe he ghosted you, he put boundaries in place, and you feel a lack of insecurity because of that. By doing that letter, by getting that out, that's going to give you the closure that you need, even if it doesn't mean directly with him. Hopefully that helps, Gina. Hi, Kelly. Let's see. New level. My boyfriend's name is Will. Is he never loved me? I don't know what that means. You have to rewrite it. Cindy, would Daryl be good to me for long-term needs? Is Daryl good for long-term for Cindy? 10 more minutes, you guys. Yeah, I see the Hierophant. There is long-term potential here. There's an opportunity for long-term, for sure. Kelly, what will happen for you in the next week? What's happening for Kelly in the next week from the time she's watching this video? Somebody, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if you're not in communication with them, you're going to find out that they are communicating with someone else, or there's going to be a misunderstanding. This person's going to lie to you about what they potentially said or did, but I see somebody new is coming in right after that. So if you're talking to an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you may find out that this person has lied to you, and when you pull back, you meet somebody else. Let's see. Carmina, will my house sell at over asking price? 1111 on your question, Carmina. You might be seeing a lot of 1111. Yeah, you're going to be really happy. George, will Sarah and I talk after a year of no contact? Will George and Sarah talk after no contact? Yes or no? Yeah, but you know what? You're going to have to make the decision to do this. If you want this to work, you're going to have to be the one that makes that decision, George. All right, Sarah. Will my ex ever come back? Will Sarah's ex ever come back? Yes or no? No, your ex is recognizing they have a lot of options right now. So right now, they're keeping their options open. Is it Kaja? I'm not sure if I said that right. Sorry. What will happen between me and this Leo I'm talking to? Kaja and Leo. What's going to be the likely outcome? Number 4 is significant. It's going to be the likely outcome. There's the 4. See, I just said 4 is significant. You got double 4s. I think you have to get to a place of peace and acceptance. You're holding on to something, but I think it's already done before it even gets started for some reason. Why is that? This person may be very stingy. They may spend more time at work. They may spend more time with their coworkers, and you may find that that doesn't bring you stability. Okay. Lynn, will I find new love soon? Will Lynn find new love soon? Somebody from your past, I'm hearing Baja Blast. I think that's like a drink or something at Taco Bell or something. Somebody who drinks Baja Blast. I see somebody from your past wants to come back. Somebody that maybe drank. Is Baja Blast Mountain Dew? I don't know. But this person wants to work things out with you. So I don't see new love coming, but I see somebody from your past wanting to come back. Let's see. Amy, will Michael confess and come back to me? Will Michael confess and come back to Amy? His intuition is telling him to speed up the process. I do see in the next 4 weeks to 4 months, or by April, I do see communication is going to come in. I'm hearing you'll believe it when you see it. So you want this person to prove to you, if they come back, what they're coming back for, what their intentions are. Your intuition's telling you something about holding back. But I do see that Michael will try to come back. Let's see, Charlie. Leo celebrity. I'm Gemini. Should I pursue this love? I'm crazy about her. Should Charlie pursue the Leo? Charlie. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. You got the Strength, and you got the Empress, and you got the King of Pentacles. So I do see that there is potentially for you to face this fear and show that you care and shoot your shot. All right. Heather, is the one associated with my music my person? Heather, the one associated with her music, her person? Yes, I do see that. Let's see. I got 5 minutes, and then I got to go, you guys. Put your questions down below, and I'll try to get to them. Hi, Carol. Good evening. Please have a message. Will John and I be together again? Will Carol and John be together again? I see communication coming in, but it's going to be very slow. It may surprise you that John may want to take it very, very slow. But I do see communication will come in. It's going to surprise you with that Tower. D, what's next for D? What's next for D? What is next for D? One more shuffle. You need to put boundaries in place with somebody who has Aries in their chart. It could even be your boss. Your boss could be overstepping their boundaries. You need to make sure that you patiently wait for the right time to address the situation. Your intuition is going to tell you when to do that. This is actually going to put you in a better position with your job or your career. So if you have a boss that's taking advantage of your kindness for weakness or making you work more hours but not paying you, there's something about you putting better boundaries in place, and it's actually going to show your resilience, which may even put you in a position of promotion eventually, Dee. Kelly, what will happen for me in love and finance in the next week? Kelly. Love and finance. Love. I see communication with somebody that you weren't certain about that hurt you. Maybe they ghosted you, went no contact. They're coming back because they're unhappy with their other options. When it comes to career, I see that you really need to pursue something with your passion, something that you were obsessed with in the past with maybe starting a hobby, a business, or an interest, and you kind of fell upon the wayside. Maybe it was a passion project. You need to pick that back up. That could bring you a lot of emotional happiness. It also could bring you a sense of stability and security. It's something that you maybe are in the infancy stages of learning, but then you stop learning. Could even be a new skill set. You need to pick that back up. That's going to bring a lot of inner joy within your life in the next week. Let's see, Shelly. I got 3 more minutes. Shelly, should I give Larry another chance? Should Shelly give Larry another chance? No. You know what? 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, a Tower. No. I think you're going to find there's a lot of miscommunication. There's also competition, which may surprise you. You may think that he's going to sacrifice a lot for you, but he's not. Deanna, we're planning a big move in April. Will it be a successful one? Deanna, will your move be successful? You're going to be hurt. You need to make sure that if there are certain things that are very precious, sentimental to you, you need to physically move them yourself because they're going to get lost in the move. There's something about, and it's not going to get resolved if you, like, for example, let's say you hire a moving company to come in and move all your items for you. Things that are precious that you know are not replaceable, you need to move those yourself. Otherwise, they're going to get lost in the shuffle. Otherwise, everything else, it looks like strongly will go good. All right, I got 1 more minute, and then I got to get out of here. Jennifer, will my person release his current situation? Will Jennifer's person release the current situation? Jennifer's person. He's still holding on to it. He acts like he doesn't care, but he's still holding on to it. So no. All right, 1 more question. When will I get into a better paying job and find success and stability, Corinne? You're hurt with the work that you're doing right now. You don't see a future in it. I see Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. You need to be really honest with what makes you happy. What gets you excited? When you think back, like when you were little, what did you want to do? 9 times out of 10, that is your higher purpose. When you think about what excites you, what drives you, what makes you feel like it's not work, I want you to write down a list of things that make you feel excited to do. If money was not an object, like let's say that you didn't have bills and you could do anything in the world that would make you so happy and it would not feel like work, write those things down. That has something to do with the plug and play of your higher purpose. I do see that if you pursue it here in the near future, sometime in the next 3 months or by March, I see that this is going to work in your favor. You got double threes, you got 3 of Wands and 3 of Swords coming out here. So you could be seeing 333, you could be seeing 33. Sometime in the next 33 days, do a lot of meditating, a lot of journaling, a lot of maybe do script writing where you just write out everything that is coming through your intuition. It's going to guide you into where this passion project is, where you need to be. You may feel conflicted. You may be trying to tell yourself one thing, your mind is, but your soul is trying to drive you in a different direction. So I think once you do that, I think you're going to feel a lot better with the decisions that you're making. Okay, that is all the time I have. I'm a minute late. I do thank you for joining live. Thank you for putting your comments. Please like the live. I will be back tomorrow. I think we're doing no contact in separation. I got to figure out what time I can do that. I'll schedule it ahead of time, but I do appreciate everybody that did join. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Bye.